to the Victory Lane celebrations for now and roll right into the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman division. Seeing a little bit of a rain cell on the weather radar up here, so we want to keep the show going, and we want to get all the features completed before that cell tries to get here. And with that, Paul DeRuyter will go away from the pole in 1D with the 35D of Dylan Moore. Row number 2, Stevie Roberts in the 5R, along with the 17 of Owen Nier. Row 3 is Greg Brinklow in the 707 with the 35B of Brennan Moore. Row 4, Josh Reome, the 91, 18 of Gavin Eisele. Row 5, Eric Nier in the 34, 64, Tyler Corcoran. Row 6, Mike Fowler in the 410, 44, Dave Rogers. Row 7, Taylor Doxtater in the 2, Fox 28 of Tyler Stevenson. Row number 8, Keegan Nier in the 34K in the 0 of Xavier Andrews. Row 9, Jessica Power in the 52, 62, Jonathan Murphy. Row number 10, Greg Henry in the 15. Happy birthday to Trevor Gibbons in the 621G. Final row in position number 21, the 1W of Brad Reif in the 18G scheduled to go. That's Justin Gadbaw. We know he had some mechanical issues there after that wreck in turn number 1 with his car. It doesn't look like Gadbaw is going to make the call, so white flag will be displayed. Green next time by.
It might be because her engine's going on.
A lot of unnecessary front bumpers out there in the heat races, guys. Let's get a good start, get settled in. Good luck.
Back to green off of turn number 4. We're underway. Off of turn number 2, we got caution on the racetrack. Greg Henry on the front straightaway, problems with his ride. He's going to take it straight behind the infield signs down here on the front stretch. A tough break for Henry out of Clayton, New York.
Double right back up, drivers. Double right back up, please. Try to go, Tommy. Let's try to go. Hey, driver's going to go green off turn 4, green off of turn 4. Hang on, they're 3 wide over there. Stay out, Tommy, stay out. Stay yellow, driver, stay yellow. It's a complete restart. We didn't score a lap. How hard can it be?
No laps were completed, so it is a complete restart. Set for green off turn number 4. 20 laps is the distance. Again, we did not get that first lap complete, so no laps are in the record books right now. Complete restart. Paul DeRuyter and Dylan Moore on the front row. Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group will head to the pits off of turn number 3. Chief Director of Traffic Control, Mike LeClaire, looks the field over. Paul DeRuyter and Dylan Moore up front. Green lights are on and we're underway. Great start by everybody, and around goes Stevie Roberts. We got them all piled up over there in turn number 1 and 2. Hard hit over there is Jonathan Murphy. He's involved. Looks like Keegan Nier is also involved in that accident over there in corner number 2. Stevie Roberts was also caught up in that mix as well. Jonathan Murphy was able to pull away, so he is headed back to pit road. So again, no laps complete. Complete restart.
Laps complete, drivers. It'll be a original restart. Original restart again.
Coming up after this, we're going to have the Panther Frameworks crate sprint cars for 15 laps.
Okay, so we got Brinklow, 35D.
Oh,
707.
you got a crash.
707 got behind the 17, right?
Dylan,
707 behind the 17. 707 behind the 17.
Well, Steve Roberts in the number 5 is going to require the assistance of a wrecker right now, so we'll get him hooked up and back to the pits. Again, next week we will be honoring all of the dads, and a happy early Father's Day to everybody. We'll be right back here next Friday night, full program. Whitesboro Plow Shop, DIRTcar 358 Modifieds, Bob Johnson Auto Group, DIRTcar Sportsman, Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman, and the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars will all be here. Racing starts at 7 o'clock, as always. Remember, in 2 weeks' time, the annual PABS Shootout is coming up, as our Golden Jubilee season continues on here at the Nasty Track of the North. Taking a look at some of the PAP shootout winners over the years as we work under caution here, still waiting on a record to get Steve Roberts back to pit road. First ever PAP shootout was run back in 1980. It was twin 50s back then, and Bob McCurdy ended up picking up the win that day. 1981, the winner there was Sydenham, Ontario, John Dom, Tony Corcoran in 82, and it came a father-son act in 83 and 84 with Andy and Mike Romano. Marcel LaFrance won the event in 85. Doug Carlisle won the Pap Shootout in 1986. McCready came back in 87 and won it for a second time. Steve Roberts was the first ever back-to-back winner of that race in 88 and 89. Donnie Wetmore won it in 1990. Jimmy Johnson Jr. in 1991. Kenny Tremont snuck in and won the race in 92. Ricky Wilson in 93. Danny O'Brien, the first of 3 wins in this race in 94. Buzzy Rudeman in 1995. He also won the summer starter that year. Danny O'Brien won his second Pap Shootout in 1996. Pat O'Brien, his first and only Pap Shootout, came in his championship year, 1997. Steve Payne took over in 98, 99, and 2000, picking up 3 in a row. And then Danny O'Brien in 01. The event took a hiatus for about 17 years or so, and Bobby Harrington came back and passed Tim Fuller on the last lap in 2018 to pick up the victory. Billy Dunn won it in 2019, Eric Rudolph in 2020, Dave Marcuccelli in 2021, Eric Rudolph for a second time in 2022, and Billy Dunn won the Pap Shootout 1 year ago. He'll be looking for his third in a couple of weeks. Remember, that race is part of the DIRTcar 358 Modified Series. That series gets back underway at the Fulton Speedway in 2 weeks on Wednesday, June 19th on the high banks. Looking forward to getting back up there, seeing John and Laura White and all their staff, Corey Reed and everybody, Timmy Farrell, the race director, at Fulton. That will be taking place there. A lot of our 358 modified regulars will be heading to the high banks to try to cash in on the big event. Matt Williamson won that race a year ago. We'll try to do it again. So, Can-Am Speedway pace truck will once again pull off the speedway. No laps complete. We're going to try it one more time. Paul DeRuyter, Dylan Moore on the front row. Mike Leclerc looks the field over. Green lights back on, and we're underway. And Paul DeRuyter drives on, grabs the lead as they work the back straight away. Dylan Moore back to second. Owen Nier, Josh Reome third and fourth rather. Greg Brinklow and Brennan Moore dice it up for fifth and sixth as they work through turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. Paul DeRuyter in control. 3 wide back behind the top 6 as Mike Fowler, Eric Nier, and Gavin Eisele were all stacked up. Eisele and Fowler find the way through as Fowler takes that extreme inside lane towards the front. Gavin Eisele went through the middle of the racetrack. He jumps it up to spot number 7. Eric Nier back to 8th. Tyler Corcoran 9th. And then they're 3 wide again back there for spot number 10. Tyler Stevenson, Dave Rogers, and Jessica Power all in a battle. And Power picks up a couple of spots, so she's on the move early here as they work the back straightaway. Meantime, Paul DeRuyter did a lot of winning in the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman Division. Would love to get a Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman feature win to his credit as they click off lap number 2. Josh Reome now up into spot number 2. Owen Nier, Dylan Moore at each other for 3rd and 4th. And Dylan Moore gets the position down the back straightaway as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. But Paul DeRuyter is the driver they're all chasing. The man out of Inlet, New York, brings it down off of turn number 4 and back to the line. DeRuyter in control. Josh Reome, it has been a while since he's been to victory lane here as well. He's got that 91 working strong down the back straightaway. In the meantime, behind him, Dylan Moore having a solid run, running in position number 3, 17 of Owen Nier 4th, and Brennan Moore up into the top 5. So the brothers occupying a couple of top 5 positions, and Tyler Corcoran off the pace in corner number 4. Kyle Reif is headed to pits, and Tyler Corcoran problems in turn number 4 slows it to a crawling pace. Yellow lights are on at lap number 5, and a tough break for Tyler Corcoran. And that car is not running coming down the front straightaway. Tyler Corcoran, a 4-time defending track champion. No driver in the history of this speedway has won 5 straight sportsman track championships. Tyler looking to do it this year, but he's had such a good run for so long. So Tyler getting a push back to the pit area. Mike Fowler came into tonight as the point leader. So this will shake things up just a little bit.
52 behind the 34. 52 behind the 34.
Coming into tonight's program, Tyler Corcoran's worst finish on the season was a 6th place effort on May the 17th. Other than that, a win on April 26th, second on May the 3rd, 6th place effort, as I mentioned, May 17th, third on May 24th, fourth 1 week ago. Doing all this coming from near the back of the field pretty much every week, being as high up in the points as he is. His closest nemesis in the point standings is Mike Fowler. Of course, Mike had a flip in turn number 3 during the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series event that we had here to start the season. Since then, no, the last 4 point races, 3rd on May the 3rd for Mike Fowler, 7th on May 17th, a win on May the 24th, 2nd last week to Taylor Doxtater. Mike Fowler has definitely found some speed in that 410 ride. Paul DeRuyter, he has got some good fast speed right now. And well, we just found out the reason why the 64 at Corcoran slowed to a crawling pace. Drive shaft has been located over in turn number 4. So that will definitely end the night. So tough break for Tyler Corcoran. Not much you can do when that happens. 5 down, 15 to go. Coming up after this, we will have the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint cars for 15 laps. Again, we appreciate your patience, and as we held off on the victory lanes to try to get past this little cell that's coming through on our radar up here, but we'll get through that. White flag will be displayed. Paul DeRuyter has choice of starting lane. He's going to fire from the top side of the racetrack. Josh Reome will have to go to the bottom. Dylan Moore, Owen Nier, and Brennan Moore. That's your top 5. Can-Am Speedway pace truck pulls off the speedway in turn number 3, set for green. It is Paul DeRuyter and Josh Reome on the front row. Green lights back on, and we're underway. And Reome jumps to the lead, but here comes Paul DeRuyter. He's got that momentum on the top side. He'll grab the lead back coming off of turn number 2. Paul DeRuyter, your new race leader, but Reome fighting back in the inside lane through turn number 3 and 4, back down to the line at lap number 6. Virtually even at the line. DeRuyter maybe about a half a car length into turn number 1 and 2. Reome trying to fight back on that inside lane, trying to slide up in front of DeRuyter. Can't quite get there, though, as DeRuyter hanging tough in the outside lane. Now Reome gets the preferred groove into turn number 3 and 4. DeRuyter trying to fight back. Here comes Brennan Moore up into the picture as well. Moore now into position number 3. Brennan on the charge in the early stages of this race as they click off lap number 7. They hit the back straightaway into turn number 3. Josh Reome in control. Paul DeRuyter, Brennan Moore, Mike Fowler, Owen Nier. That's your top 5. Gavin Eisele trying to knock on the door for a top 5 finish here as well. Battling with Owen Nier for a spot. As they head down into turn number 1 and 2, the top 6 drivers are pulling away from that battle for 7th with Dave Rogers, Dylan Moore, Tyler Stevenson, and Greg Brinklow. Eric Nier also involved in that one as they hit the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. Meantime, Josh Reome setting sail down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Brennan Moore sneaks down to the inside lane. He'll go to second, getting around Paul DeRuyter down the back straightaway. And the 410 of Mike Fowler trying to follow suit as they head up through turn number 3 and 4. 17 of Owen Nier in a battle with Gavin Eisele for position number 5. As they click off lap number 10, we're halfway home. And Josh Reome trying to take it home to victory lane. Down the back straightaway, 10 car length advantage over Brennan Moore. May 5th of last year was the last time and the only time Brennan Moore won a feature here. Josh Reome. As we mentioned, it has been a while for him since he's been to victory lane here. As they work down the back straightaway, Reome got the lead at lap number 5 and has held it ever since. Back behind the top 2 drivers, Mike Fowler. He's moved into the top 3. Just got around the 1D of Paul DeRuyter as he tries to get it back coming up off the turn, but Fowler with the advantage that time coming down into turn number 1 and 2. So Mike Fowler on the move from that inside lane. Josh Reome, the last time he went to victory lane, July 22nd of 2022. Wants to end the dry spell here tonight as they come back down to the line with 13 in the books. 13 down, 7 to go. Brennan Moore giving chase from the outside lane. Behind them, Paul DeRuyter and Mike Fowler still in a battle for the 3 spot. Gavin Eisele right there in the mix as well. Running in position number 5, Owen Nier is 6th. Dave Rogers 7th. 8th is Tyler Stevenson. Dylan Moore is 9th. And right now in a battle with Eric Nier for 9th and 10th. In the meantime, Josh Reome looking strong and looking well on his way to a possible win here as they head down the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. Big lead for the 91 of Reome, the racing fireman out of Clayton, New York. Brings it down into turn number 1 and 2. Brennan Moore just trying to hold on and get his best finish of the season here at Can-Am. Battle still on for the number 3 position as Mike Fowler has it. Paul DeRuyter trying to take it back. Gavin Eisele just keeps knocking off those top 5 finishes right now. And with Tyler Corcoran out of the mix, this is going to shake up the points, at least for the top 3 right now. Mike Fowler and Gavin Eisele trying to capitalize on that as they run 3rd and 5th respectively on the racetrack. But your top 2 have driven away from everybody. Josh Reome brings it off the turn this time by 17 down, 3 to go. Again, Reome sticking with that outside lane all the way around the racetrack. Normally, we see a lot of drivers running the bottom down in turn number 3 and 4, but that's how you know you got a really good car, is Reome again working the mid portion of the racetrack, this time up off the turn. 2 laps to go for Josh Reome. Half a straightaway back. We got problems with Dave Rogers. He's off the pace in corner number 4. Saw a bit of smoke come out of the back of the 44 of Rogers coming into turn number 4. We got caution on the racetrack. Dave Rogers, problems in turn number 4. Saw a little puff of smoke come out of the back of the race car, and that is where it ends up, right there on the front straightaway. And Rogers got it up out of the groove, out of the way, right up against the outside retaining wall here to allow the rest of the field to get on through.
91. Way over on the backstretch. Just wait for him now. Wait.
Reports of some oil on the racetrack as well from the 44 of Rogers. Dave, of course, does have a feature win in Great Sportsman competition. Came at the Outlaw Speedway a few weeks ago. Dave been doing a lot of traveling lately, not really running a home track, so to speak, just kind of traveling around and racing whenever he wants to and wherever he wants to. Brought that car all the way to the Devil's Bowl Speedway a couple of weeks ago and had hired gun big block modified driver Demetrius Drelos take that car to a 2nd place finish behind Fire Swamp in the Northeast Crate Nationals at the Bowl, and shows that's a really good car. You can put anybody in and they can take it to the front, but right now not going to finish this one out, and a tough break for Dave. Talented driver, 2-time track champion here in the DIRTcar Sportsman ranks.
Up here. They gotta run through the oil. She went through. She was black.
So 2 laps left to decide it. And again, Josh Reome has not won a feature here at Can-Am since July 22nd, 2022. Brennan Moore, it was May the 5th of last season. Mike Fowler last won here a couple of weeks ago on May the 24th. Paul DeRuyter has not won here since he won a Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman feature. And Gavin Eisele would love nothing better than to get back to victory lane. He has had top 5 after top 5 no matter where he goes. He's not finished out of the top 5 here just yet. Second on April the 26th. 4th on May the 3rd, and then 3 consecutive 5th place finishes, and that's where he currently rides right now. Brockville Speedway a couple of weeks ago, the DIRTcar Sportsman North Regional Series had that one basically locked up, just had to go green the final 10 laps. Unfortunately, it did not. Had a restart with about 7 to go, and Shane Pecor got by and broke his heart, but didn't dampen his spirits whatsoever as he is back in the mix right here, right now. Holding on to 5th, Owen Nier 6th, Tyler Stevenson 7th, Eric Nier is 8th, and 9th is Dylan Moore. Jessica Power now 10th, Greg Brinklow, Jonathan Murphy, Trevor Gibbons, and Taylor Doxtater, last week's winner, completes the field. 2 laps left to decide it. Can Josh Reome hold on, or will Brennan Moore come up and spoil the party? We're back to green. Moore goes downstairs. Josh Reome to the high lane. Brennan Moore throws the slider. Josh Reome, the crossover move down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed. Moore trying to get back to the inside lane. Reome knows he's there now. Up off of turn number 4. White flag in the air for Josh Reome. It's going to be a close finish now. Mike Fowler gets into the mix. 3 cars, they all could win this one. And Brennan Moore from the outside to the inside slides by Mike Fowler and goes after Josh Reome into turn number 3. Brennan Moore to the high lane. Josh Reome to the bottom. Down to the line. Drag race to the finish. Josh Reome is back in the winner's circle at Can-Am. Brennan Moore, Mike Fowler, Gavin Eisele, and Tyler Stevenson, your top 5 here tonight. Wow, what a battle that was between those